Taiwan is not alone. That was the main message that the EU delegation had for Taiwan when they came here for their first ever official visit earlier this month. Not entirely sure if they were referring to the continuous support from EU for Taiwan, or the fact that China appears to always want to keep Taiwan company, or the fact that for the first time in 40 years, Taiwan president is confirming the presence of US troops here in Taiwan. Regardless of which of these things the EU delegation was referring to, we are gonna cover all of these and a lot more in today's video. Hi everyone and welcome back to another video, and more importantly another video where I will talk about Taiwan related news and international media. If you have been following my channel for a while, then you know that my private life has been quite busy recently with everything from starting a company here in Taiwan, launching a hotel here in Taiwan, having a few very unique FaceTime calls with my mom, and also finally getting vaccinated here in Taiwan. So to all of you who have subscribed to my channel for these general Taiwan related news and who are a little bit tired of the Lukas private updates from my personal life here in Taiwan, well, what can I say? You are not alone, which actually was exactly what the EU Parliament delegation said to Taiwan during their first ever official visit here in Taiwan. The leader of this EU delegation, Mr. Glucksmann, said that this visit should be considered as an important first step in order to increase the relationship between the EU and Taiwan. But he did also mention that in the future we do need more high-level meetings and concrete steps how to build a much stronger EU-Taiwan partnership. And I have to say, as a full EU citizen and at least feeling half Taiwanese at this point, I am super excited and I cannot wish for anything more than stronger relationship between the lovely EU and the lovely Taiwan. And who knows, maybe one day we will actually reach such a strong partnership between the EU and Taiwan, so we will actually start to recognize each other's organic food labels as well. And that means that all of you who are trying to open up an organic food import company here in Taiwan don't have to manually spend time trying to cover over 6,000 organic stickers just because the organic stickers made by the EU are not being recognized here in Taiwan. But this EU delegation is not the only one making sure that Taiwan is not alone these days, since President Tsai actually confirmed that US soldiers are here in Taiwan to help out with military training. And although soldiers normally are training in camouflage outfits, the news about these soldiers in Taiwan can actually be seen all over the world, since this is actually the first time in 40 years a Taiwanese president is actually acknowledging the presence of US troops training here in Taiwan. President Tsai did comment, however, that it is not as many as people thought. So if you were expecting a fully integrated US and Taiwanese situation, then you actually need to head over to Boston, where Michelle Wu recently became mayor. And this election has also caused a lot of headlines, not only in Boston, not only in the US, but actually all over the world and also here in Taiwan, because Michelle Wu is not only the first female mayor of Boston, she's actually also the first mayor of color, the first Asian American, and the first Taiwanese American mayor of Boston as well. That's right, Michelle's parents actually immigrated from Taiwan to Boston, and hopefully this election will create an even stronger partnership between Taiwan and Boston as well, so that more Bostonians will get their eyes open for Taiwan and actually come here and explore the beautiful Taiwan with their own eyes as well. And if they are able to come here to Taiwan for next year's Lunar New Year, then they should be happy to know that the Taiwanese government are actually preparing up to 3,500 new quarantine hotels and are actually finally decreasing the regulations so people actually don't have to spend the full 14 days in these quarantine hotels. I guess I should point out that these new regulations and these new quarantine hotels are not, of course, only for people from Boston, so that every single one who are eligible for actually coming here to Taiwan will be able to take advantage of these hotels and these new quarantine regulations as well. Just make sure that you're not an international student, since they still seem to have trouble actually coming in here to Taiwan. So although the life here in Taiwan is more or less getting closer and closer back to normal with every 2 weeks interval and these new decreased COVID regulations, the situation outside of Taiwan is still very much not okay, to say the least, and I personally recommend against any non-essential travel outside of Taiwan. So instead, to all of you who still feel that you're stuck here in Taiwan and can't really travel anywhere, you should definitely have checked out Taipei International Travel Fair, where first of all you would have seen me up on stage talking about about my amazing weekend I spent with the Taial tribe down in Guguan last year. You could have also taken advantage of the unique experience of a travel show where you can pretty much visit any single place in the entire world in just a matter of seconds. It doesn't matter if you want to check out Japan, Africa, Philippines, America, Guam or Korea. These places were all there, all accessible, just within a couple of seconds. But just in case you missed Taipei International Travel Fair, rest assured that you can still jump around all over the world with the help of NordVPN, who is the sponsor of today's video. I started using NordVPN 2016, basically because as a foreigner living abroad, it's pretty much a must if you still want to stay connected with your news and especially the TV shows. For example, you might have heard about this platform called Netflix, but something that you may have not heard about is that the content on Netflix is actually very different depending on where in the world you're trying to watch Netflix from. And according to the websites, all flicks and cord cutting, then the total Netflix library available on all Netflix worldwide is over 13,000 different titles, but the titles available for us living here in Taiwan is just slightly above 1,000, which means that we don't even get to see 1/10 of all potential Netflix content. But with using a VPN such as NordVPN, you can actually select which country you want to connect to the internet from. So for example, you might have heard about the Marvel universe with all your favorite superheroes such as Thor, the Nordic god, and all the others who are not as important. They actually have a TV show called Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is one of my favorite TV shows, especially regards to the Marvel universe. But if you haven't heard about this TV show, then please do not feel bad for yourself, since last time I checked, it is actually not available here in Taiwan. But if you do sign up for NordVPN, you can actually access NordVPN on 6 different devices all at the same time, so you can watch it on all your computers, all your iPads, and all your phones as well. And you can actually access Netflix library that they have in the US, and then this way you will actually get access to over 10 times as many movies and TV shows on Netflix while still keeping that same Netflix subscription. And another great thing about NordVPN as well is that it will actually add another layer of protection to your internet connection. So while the Avengers and the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are busy keeping the Earth safe, NordVPN is busy keeping my internet connection safe as well. And now in November, NordVPN actually have a special Cyber Month discount as well. So if you do click on the link in the description, not only do you get 73% off a 2-year subscription, you will actually get an entire month 100% free of charge. And just like NordVPN will protect your internet connection all day and all night, it looks like PX Smart will actually protect your midnight cravings all day and night as well, since they now are thinking about offering 24-hour midnight deliveries from all the locations up here in at least northern Taiwan. Honestly, is this really necessary though? I mean, I do consider myself being among one of the laziest people on the entire island, but I'm not entirely sure if I even need 24/7 all around the clock online deliveries. I mean, we literally already have like thousands of 24-hour open 7-Elevens and other convenience stores, which are just like, 2 minutes away max. Just cross the street and you'll have one of these stores. And if you do need to go more than 2 minutes, every single one already has a scooter. So I don't really see the point here to offer these online deliveries, but I also definitely should not complain. So again, PX Smart, I would say congratulations and thank you, but I'm still a little bit confused to why we would actually need this service here in Taiwan. But then again, I absolutely should not complain, and I'm very positive to all kinds of better service and specifically digital and just self-payment solutions as well. For example, LinePay also mentioned that they now have close to 10 million users and over 320,000 merchants' stores are actually supporting LinePay as well. And this is the thing that I feel like Taiwan has been missing or lacking behind compared to Sweden, where we have decades of experience not wanting to talk to strangers, not wanting to talk to people, just want to actually go into a store, self-checkout, not having to talk to anyone, just handling the payments all by yourself, go home, and if possible, ordering something online with 24-hour delivery as well. So again, PX Smart, LinePay, 24-hour PC Home, 7-Eleven, OpenPoint, iCash. Thank you all so much for making my life as a Swede here in Taiwan feeling a little bit more like home, where I don't actually have to talk to someone if I don't actually need to. I do, however, actually have to confess that I am actually among the, I think, 13 million people who have never used Line Pay, and I don't really understand how that is different compared to OpenPoint or iCash or just putting money in your Easy Card or just using a standard credit card. So please, if you do have a great guide or idea of why I should actually start using Line Pay, please do let me know in the comment section. I never felt the need for it, but I do feel that this is something I am missing out on if almost close to 10 million people are using it as well. I guess you get some free Line stickers or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if that would be the case and why it's so popular. That was everything I wanted to share this time. As always, thank you all so much for watching. My name is Lukas. Starts with L as in like, ends with S as in subscribe. Please do both, and see you all in the next one.